Peace, y'all. Wednesday, November 13th. Excuse me. Campaign trail. Why are my people too emotional to do this with each other about them? We at each other's throat about them, and this is what they doing about us. Ain't that something? That's the topic this evening. Why we are so emotional over this voting subject. Ask D Fair, common sense. First on the chat. That's what's happening. So yeah, this is the subject though. Why are my people? Why are our people, these melanated people, descendants of slaves, so emotional and too emotional to do this with each other over these two men right here, or over Trump and Harris, but they not too emotional to sit down and do that over us? Ain't that something? That's real. That's really something for us to study. That shows how emotional we are, or how hypnotized we are with this whole production, smoke and mirrors, political production, or whoever put the emotional battery in y'all back over this subject, because they sitting down having wine and coffee and freak offs with each other, or whatever they might be doing with each other. But they still can sit down, for whatever reason. We have been programmed. I'm talking about my people have been programmed to be so emotional. It's F you for life. It's F you for life. If you black and you violated me, or you disrespected me, or we fell out for whatever reason, it's F you for life, right? But then you will go vote for somebody that destroyed your people for the last four decades. It's F your own people for life. And then you see the people, that's sitting down right here doing this. They're able to shake each other's hand like this, smile and, be civilized or whatever. All of the beef and all of the feud and all of the attempted deletion, the attempted impeachment and all of that, but they still civilized enough to know how to do this. Enemies sit down with each other and shake their hands. We don't. Instead, we'll say F you for life if you look like me, and then we'll go vote for one of these type of dudes. We'll go vote for one of these dudes when they dedicated their whole existence for 400 years to saying F us. But we'll say F you to another melanated person over these dudes, right? And over the girl that the lady that y'all wanted to win, because she represents these dudes. She's married to one of these dudes. She agrees with one of these dudes. Every policy that dude on the right did, she agreed with it. So did that represent us? Why are we so emotional? Why are we too emotional to put their politics to the side? These ain't our politics. We ain't never gonna become rulers in their system. What are you? Are you insane? Are you insane to believe that you ever gonna rule their world? That's incredible. But we won't even sit down with each other. We'll fall out with family members, fall out with spouses, fall out with business partners, quit our job, get fired, fire people over these guys right here. Over these guys. They ain't doing nothing like that over us. They not doing nothing like that over us. What does that make us look like? What does that make us look like? Exactly what we are. Foolish, fools, immature, uncivilized, emotional, ignorant. We'll go vote for these dudes that destroyed us, all of our existence here in America, and have never enjoyed the rights, you know what I'm saying, of an actual American citizen. and we'll say F our baby daddy for life, the father of our children, and go vote for one of these dudes. Go vote for somebody that you know destroyed your whole people. Whatever your baby daddy did to you, that the reason why you're not with him no more, you didn't give him a second chance, but you gave these dudes a second chance. You gave these dudes a first chance. You know what I'm saying? You gave these people a first chance. You know what I'm saying? When they ain't even asked for it. They ain't say they sorry for nothing that they did to you and your people. Matter of fact, dude, double down on it. Yeah, I crafted the crime bill. I crafted that. You know what I'm saying? And your VP is like, nah, I'm not gonna do nothing that only benefits black people regarding reparations. No. But I'm gonna make sure that Israel get over $250 billion. Over 250 billion. We ain't talking about Ukraine. We ain't talking about Afghanistan. We ain't talking about immigrants and none of that. So why are we so emotional that we can't sit down and just put they goofy slave master politics on the back burner? And no matter how we voted, for whatever reason, we can't do what they do. We can't do this. We can't do that. Instead, it's F you. It's 4B or something. What they talking about now? Following these pink toes is 4B, meaning that we not gonna let no dude smash. We're gonna boycott the box because they voted for the wrong party, wrong person. Boy, I'll tell you. And then our sisters is just following hook, line, and sinker. All that feminism emulating the slave master peoples is incredible. Juice, salute Juice, Ahmad Jabril, Philmo Black with the wrench, first on deck with the wrench. Philmo Black, Trump said they can't kick you off no more, so your page is coming back. Yeah, that that's why he linked up with Elon Musk. That's why they put Elon on his cabinet, because they supposed to be going out to war against the fake news, mainstream media monopoly, the censorship. So, hey, that's how you're supposed to be able to get monetized, right? I done got demonetized off of everything according to this Biden type law. This Biden and his backers, them small caps, them rainbow small caps that say everything you say is HATE speech and against community guidelines. Yeah. So who should I be more happy with that I can actually get paid for speaking truth that's controversial? The people that just been censoring me for the last 4 years and trying to starve me out and making sure, me and my family ain't got food to eat, or we can't pay our bills because if we use actual freedom of speech, First Amendment right, we're gonna get penalized, we're gonna get censored. Or this guy that, that got censored right along with me, that got banned off of Twitter and YouTube and social media just like I did. Which one can I relate to, y'all? You know what I'm saying? Do that mean that's my hero or that's my ally and that's my friend? No, if you wise and you know that the enemy of my enemy is my ally, at least temporarily, and then the prophecy that Satan is going to cast out Satan, and I ain't, if I'm smart, I'm not going to pick either side. Why would I side with either side? Why would I side with either side? But I'm not blind, I'm not deaf, I'm not dumb, I'm not Helen Keller, so you can't shut me up. I'm gonna lay it out on the table, and I didn't vote for neither one of them. So it only makes sense to me. Yusuf Arline, salute. Honor Road, salute. MT. Man, they got to get their attention, right? Honor Road say other cultures have cohesion. Yeah, they know, they stick to a code. Our code is disunity. Our code is distrust, disunity, ignorance, self, HATRED. That's our code. I don't want that code. That's why so many people was anti Candace Owens, because she was against that code too. They could just get at her like that because she chose who she chose as a spouse. So y'all using that as y'all excuse, but then the main one that y'all was voting for got an even worse spouse. Got an even worse spouse with a worse, ethnic background track record against us. Make it make sense. You can't say Candace Owens is a sellout for that. She ain't said nothing worse than what Biden did and Harris and Biden said and did. How is she the sellout? You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense. Demetrius, salute. Tapping in from the Shy. Salute. Yeah, them small caps, them small. Man, knock it off. Peace, Monique. Monique Hill. Yeah, man. Why are my people so emotional? Why are we so emotional? Why are our people too emotional to sit down with each other? Even if we're supposed to be enemies, you see the thumbnail. These dudes was trying to take each other freedom, take each other presidency, take each other allegedly life, or they followers was trying to delete this dude 2 or 3 times, and they still gonna try to probably delete him before January 6th come, before he get inaugurated, and might try to, repeat or return the favor on their own January 6th type of thing. But look what they're doing right there. Look what they're able to do right there. Why ninjas can't do that? Why my people can't do that? Why y'all falling out over these dudes? Why y'all ruining relationships and breaking friendships and relationships and business partnerships over these dudes? They ain't doing it over you. They ain't doing that over you. They shaking hands, having a beer, and probably flipping some freak off whatever's, and I'm saying, behind closed doors. They ain't tripping over you. Why you tripping over them? Like that's like Harris was Harriet Tubman. Like that was Trump versus Harriet Tubman. Like we just betrayed black people, you know what I'm saying? If we didn't go for her, if we didn't vote for her. She didn't vote for us. Did Harris vote for us? You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to get into all of that, because what's done is done now. Now we just waiting to see is are the people that whose candidate didn't win, are they going to prove that they're just as faulty as this they claiming that this camp is, this dude is? Are they going to do their own January 6th thing? So we'll see. But I ain't concerned about that. This is about our people. I'm always on our people. Why won't we put their politics to the side, regardless of who we vote for? Like, how did we take it so emotionally? That's crazy to me. How do we take it so emotionally, as though any politician really represent us? Any politician was Malcolm X, or was Minister Farrakhan, or somebody that really represent us, to where you're going to get emotional and fall out and talking about, I can't believe you, I can't believe this, and just stay away from me, and I won't see you at Christmas, I won't see you this Thanksgiving, all over these dudes. That's incredible. Man. Yusuf said, just follow the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's instructions. Don't vote. All they got for you is false promises. That's all they ever had for you. Prove me wrong. Which president actually did something for black people? They don't even got to. They ain't even got to say they're going to do something for you. I literally tell you to your face. That's why I love that this spell has been broken. This whole media, emotional, celebrity, all these spells and hypnosis that we've been under, that they think they can just tell you to your face, I'm not going to do nothing for black people. I'm not going to do nothing just for black people. And I'm telling a real sister this. It's a real sister that's interviewing me, that's asking me this direct question. And then she snapped on her, like, you know what I'm saying? She gave it a whole little sister girl bouncy attitude, like, like, and then it wasn't. I ain't gonna. No, straight out. And we so used to that working. I love to see when it don't work no more. I love to know that the spells is broken. I love to see these magicians, fruit potted magicians and enchanters and sorcerers squirming and scattering and confused and turning on each other, trying to find somebody to blame because you were so used to this working. You were so used to this Cinderella story before 12 midnight. Everything was working before 12 midnight. Once the clock struck 12, that turned into a pumpkin. That turned into a trash can. Everything turned into what it really is. And we get to see it. We get to see them trying to hide they raggedy little potato sack dress and oh, that wasn't no princess gown. Oh, that wasn't no ruby slipper, glass slippers. Oh, that wasn't no chariot. That was a pumpkin. That was a pumpkin. That's all magic, smoke and mirrors. Wasn't none of this real. That's what I love to see. And you should love to see it too, but I guess we don't. We was trying to get a ticket to Cinderella Ball, right? So we love the emotionality. We love the emotionalism. We love the emotional productions. The line, just lie to me good. Just lie to me good. Tell me all the things you know I want to hear. I know you lying. Just promise me good in front of the people. Make me look good for believing this lie that I know is a lie and a false promise. Just say it real good and say it real presidential like. Because this is what I want. I want to do this. I want to vote for you. I want to believe in this fake fairy tale thing. You just got to make it look real good so you don't make me look stupid. You don't make me look like the hypocrite that I really am. So that's why they hire actors, people that know how to cry and people that know how to act like they outraged and people that know how to memorize lines and read off a teleprompter and you think they really coming from the heart. That's who they hire. So you can have the excuse that they tricked me, or I thought this was, this person had our best interest. I was voting my interests. Okay, well, what was her track record? Okay, well, Planned Parenthood or this main topic that she was campaigning on, reproductive freedom, women's rights, trust women, a whole Planned Parenthood platform that she was running on, and you act like you don't know that's what she running on. You act like you don't know that terminating that unborn situation is wrong. You think it's right because everybody is saying it. All the celebrities is getting behind it. You seeing black pastors and preachers and all that getting behind it. Oh yeah, that make me feel good about what I know I did. Yeah, it must be right. And if it ain't, the preacher tricked me. You want somebody to blame it on. You love the fact that everybody is rallying behind this madness and this foolishness, so you can act like you got an excuse that somebody tricked you. You can blame somebody. I blame my pastor that said it was okay. I blame my president said it was okay. I blame my dude that said it was okay. But all while it's supposed to be your body, your choice. Your body, your choice, not Harris's choice, not Pastor Jamal Bryant's choice, not TD Jake's choice, not your dude's choice, your choice. But now we don't want to take accountability for our choice. Yusuf Arline, I see prisons and gangs. You know what I'm saying? Here, get on here with me, prisons and gangs. That's incredible. That's how you know people is guilty. So I'm going to give you a chance, prisons and gangs, to get on here with me and show your face, because ain't nobody said nothing about the topic you talking about. So if you don't show your face, prisons and gang, I want to see what kind of prison and gang you from. Show me what kind of prison and gang you from. Get on here and show your face with me. Because that ain't gangster. You know what I'm saying? Talk about some rapper scrotum. Being on some rapper scrotum, that ain't gangster. What prison you from? So you got what? You got 3 minutes. 3 minutes. See how you know it's live? See how I shut everything down, all eyes on you, prison and gangs. I want to talk to you. So don't wrench him, y'all. Don't nobody wrench him. I want to see what you look like. So, but anyway, the subject at hand is, why are my black people so emotional and so scrotum riding on rappers that they want to change the subject and they want me to talk about the thing that they say that I'm always talking about. Ain't that crazy? You over here seeing me talking about a whole different subject, and then you want to say, am I talking about dude or whatever, because you want me to talk about dude so you can accuse me of talking about dude. Y'all dudes crazy. But if it been 3 minutes, like, you know, I will give you 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, but you ain't on. But I just like giving that kind of stuff attention and making content out of it. Showing how cowards get down. So we give him 3 more minutes in a row. But yeah, in the meantime, back to the subject. If you pop on, if you show me some little testicles, prisons and gangs, and you know what I'm saying, in the next 3 minutes, then I might save some little respect for you. But why are my people too emotional to sit down with each other and do this? And do that right there. Look at them. I missed the peace treaty. 1992, LA gang truce. That's what I'm familiar with right there. And what we was up to, and you know what the brothers' crimes against each other was way greater than voting. I'm saying they had a real reason to have beef other than who we voted for. So the fact that I'm from that era where brothers that actually had real bodies against their opposition was able to do that and even hug and it be authentic, and you can't do nothing like that with your own people over voting. I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want nothing to do with you. If that's where you at with your feelings and your position and your logic, I don't want nothing to do with you. I'm glad that you identify yourself as that. For sure. Get him on out of here then, Yusuf. Yeah, it is what it is. Cowards will cower. But we talking about something way more important. We talking about why we can't put our former slave masters' politics to the side. Why did we start believing in their politics? What so-called Diddy or Disney Mickey did they slip you that made you start feeling American politics and getting in your feelings against your own people about their politics? What did they slip you? Because now you're seeing all of the receipts that's coming out about the millions of dollars, you know, that the campaign, what's her name? Not Biden, may as well be Biden, but the Harris campaign, $1 billion budget, paid Megan Thee Stallion $5 million for when she came out there twerking and all of that, paid, what's the dude name? The preacher dude, Al Sharpton, $500,000, paid Oprah $500,000, was just throwing millions around. You get $1 million. She was like Oprah herself, and you get $1 million, and you get $1 million, throwing millions around. Oh man. You finding out it wasn't from the heart. It wasn't sincere. They was getting a bag. They was either getting a bag or they probably was getting threatened that they exposed them Diddy tapes, that they was on some of them Diddy tapes. So none of that wasn't for no sincere reasons. They just tricked you. They got up there and cried and twerked and screamed and rallied because they got a bag to say that. What did you get? That's intelligent for them. You can't see. She told you out of her mouth she wasn't doing nothing just for black people. She doing something just for celebrities though to come campaign for her. she had something just for Meg Thee Stallion. That's for goddamn sure. She had something just for Al Sharpton. She had something just for Usher. She had just something just for every celebrity. She had something just for them. She had some reparations or some compensations for them. And she ain't had that for you. Am I lying on them? Am I lying? Right? Hannah Rowe. And then lied about getting the bag. Black Snowflake say the vendors didn't even get paid. They still $20 million in debt, according to reports. One thing that's great, salute Bro C and Kingdom United. One thing, and Devin Cutmore. One thing that's great about these receipts. See, this is the thing that they was accusing the orange dude about. Campaign fraud, or they didn't want Elon Musk to interfere because Elon Musk was going to be allegedly offering 50,000 to people to come out and vote or vote for Trump. That's the same difference, right? If I'm paying somebody $20 million or more to come out and tell their fans to vote for me, why not just cut out the middleman and just give the people, 20 million, divide that $20 million up. So it's all tricknology. It's all BS. Ain't nobody was voting because they really felt that. They was voting because they was getting paid. Or not, let me say, they was voting because they was getting played. The artist that made you, the media and the artists that made you emotional about voting for them, they got paid. You got played. They got paid, you got played, and that's the history of how all this thing has always been going down. You can't say not one president ever did nothing for black people in your lifetime or the lifetime before yours. So why are you so emotional? Because you thought you was going to get some of that bag. You thought your person was going to be in place. You thought your sorority, sisterhood was going to have some benefits and some advantages. Everybody used their own personal or their own local little influence to try to ride on a little ovary sack of old girl, thinking that they was going to get something in it for them on their own, or their own little selfish gain, or their own little organization's gain, and got clowned. Now everybody turning on everybody. And now the sister girls is turning on the white sisterhood, you know what I'm saying? And they turning on each other and all this. And you sitting back with the popcorn. This is what you should have did. You should have did what we doing right now. Sitting back watching them crash out on each other. Should have let them do that, but you jumped in and got involved. You picked a side. You grabbed your pom-poms and your army uniform and became a no-limit soldier for one of them sides. And that goes for the side that won too. Just because dude won, that don't mean you're supposed to get your pom-poms out for him and become a no-limit soldier for him neither. You still supposed to be neutral and see how this is about to play out. But look at the stock market. We seen the same pair. We seen Biden and Harris running the show for the last 4 years. The stock market didn't do that. Cryptocurrency, Bitcoin didn't go up over 80,000 or 90,000, down to 100,000, breaking records. The stock market didn't break no records under Biden and Harris. Why is it doing it now? Why is it doing it now? Your feelings don't matter. Let's look at the stats. Let's look at the receipts. Let's look at the data. I don't care how you feel about it. Look at what's going on. So, but that's why, it's embarrassing. It's humiliating. It's crushing to your ego, especially if you jumped out there publicly and then you'd had to take this public L. You should have stayed out of it. But now you see. And now, you know, it's a I got to get even. Now I can't let it go. So I'm gonna keep on trying to press this orange dude all the way up into the inauguration. I'm gonna try to sabotage his thing, and you're gonna make yourself even a bigger target. Let it go already. Hush up about it already. But you won't do that. And all I can do is warn you about the target that you're making yourself. You got Elon Musk in there. You got people that's so genius. You know, these dudes got AI technology about how to track down people that was running their mouth. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that you? Yeah. All right, man. If they say they know how to track down these 2 million or however many million immigrants, they don't know how to track you down. If he's saying that he's gonna deal with the enemy within, the domestic enemy, not the foreign enemy, but the enemy inside of America, you don't think he view you as one of them, and he ain't gonna do nothing about it? Okay, let's wait and see. Just hold your horses, because we over here got our seatbelt buckled. You know what I'm saying? Our popcorn, you know. All y'all tough guys and gals that want to keep on running your mouth and teasing this beast. He has every right and expectation at this point to act like the beast that you said he was. Because the first 4 years he wasn't that. I've been begging people to show me what he did. Show me what he did that job just turned him into this emotional monster Hitler dude. I missed it. Was I in a coma? Was I asleep? But why wouldn't he give you a reason now? If you know, I'm just telling you what I would do. That's what Jesus is doing. If you're a Christian, Jesus is not coming back to teach, to hug, to love. None of that. No agape, 70 times, 7 times forgiveness. He's not coming back for none of that, right? You Christians, I got any Christians out there? Is Jesus coming back for that? Well, that's what he used to do. And no, I'm not talking about according to your book. After you violated him, after the people turned on him and betrayed him and you know, sent him up to be crucified, and that happened to him, and then he came back from the dead. Did he come back to hug on the people that did that to him, that sold him out? Or did he come back with 10,000s of angels with swords dripping with red plasma fluid? So why would Trump come back hugging and loving and forgiving? You know what I'm saying? The head of this particular beast that got a deadly wound, but it was healed, and he came back into power to the terrifying, to the terror of those that did that to him or tried to. Y'all better be quiet, man. Y'all better be quiet. It's your mouth that got you into this in the first place. Be quiet. Or not. You know, your mouth, your choice. Your mouth, your keypad, your Twitter fingers, your choice. That's all I'm saying. It only makes sense. And that's why I keep on, you know, you see this thumbnail. That's why I'm on this right here, because I want y'all to study that. Look what's on the wall. You got George Washington, you know, you got the so-called founding father. I think that's Roosevelt right there. You got Abraham Lincoln, the one that supposedly loved black people so much and freed the slaves. You got them all on the wall. You got 2 white men that's arch enemies, Lex Luthor and Superman, whichever one y'all think is which, sitting down, smiling, civilized, shaking hands, you know, having a beer, having laughs or whatever, because they know the game. They know that you're supposed to do all you're supposed to do, like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, or any real boxers, really any real MMAs. You know, when we hyping this fight up, everything goes. You Hitler, you this, you that, you racist, you a bigot, you this. But once you beat me, man, it was all part of the promotion, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a beer and blah, blah, blah. You had a good run and all that, man. How's the wife? Yeah, how's it? You know what I'm saying? And we over here at each other's throat about it. Getting more emotional than these dudes. You know what I'm saying? You getting more emotional than these dudes. You getting more emotional about they plantation than they are. We sick, boss. We lost. This is their house. It's the White House. It's not the Brown House. It's not the Ninja House. It's not the Moor House. It's not the Muslim house. It's not the Children of Slave house. It's the White House. Y'all incredible, man. My people is incredible. Emotional about everything but the right thing. And then you need the small caps to fake like they're your friends in the struggle, like y'all are friends and partners against white supremacists. Y'all now got the battery in your back against alleged white supremacy, which is allegedly Trump and his people. What the hell do you think is these small caps? Who do you think is the architects of the transatlantic slave trade and the capitalist system of debt, which is slavery? That's not Trump and them. That's not the Gentile whites. Who is the real white supremacist acting like they're your Hebrew brethren and sistren? They fund all your black organizations. They founded all your black organizations. That's how you know that they're your brothers in the struggle. Nah, if you was my brothers in the struggle, then you would confess your role in the transatlantic slave trade and you would divide your property with us and make sure we got our reparations, our 40 acres and a mule and our independent separate state and territory of our own, like Israel. But since that's not happening and it won't happen, why would I be emotionally vested in voting for any of y'all? But we more emotional against each other than they are. Why are you fighting harder like Django Stevens? Who is that ninja on that there nag? Who is that ninja on that nag? Why are you more upset at your own people than they are? Why are you fighting harder for their system or for their candidates or for their whatever than they are? That is astounding to me. That is astounding. But we doing it, and I'm calling it out. I'm calling it out. Nobody calls it out better than the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and his students, Minister Farrakhan, Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Khalid Muhammad, any of us. Don't blame that on Candace Owens. Don't blame that on somebody else. Blame us. Tell us we capping. Ain't nobody worse critically, verbally chastising us worse than the NOI. Tell me I'm lying. Shut me up. So we sit down with our enemies. We civilized, we warriors. We know the science of warfare. We do this right here. We sit down with our enemies. They know they are enemies. We know they are enemies. I'm talking about the KKK, the American Nazi Party, any white supremacist militia groups, any religious groups. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, so you're white, right? And you love white people first, right? You love white people more than anybody else. It's white first with you, right? That make all the sense in the world because I'm black first. I'm black. I feel the same way about black people that you feel about white people. You got the high cards. This is your nation temporarily. You know what I'm saying? This is your government. You're the majority. I expect you to want to do for white people as long as you're honest with me. Okay, for sure. But don't lie to me and act like that you're the president for everybody. And no, you're not. You're very laws and policies and all of that you've been crafting for the last 40, 50 years. I'm talking about this Biden character and Harris or whatever. That's not for us. We see who you put first. But just say that. Say that's who's first. Excuse me. Jesus King. I don't think, if I remember correctly, we didn't have too smooth of a conversation last time, right? But let me hear what you got to say. Jesus King.
Peace. It's King Tony. Remember you told me I got VIP.
Oh, okay, my bad. I got you confused with somebody else. I
Yeah.
apologize.
No, yo, you on fire. I don't even want to slow you down. I had a couple of small things that I felt I could contribute to the conversation.
Man, let it
Um,
rip. Let it go. I'm listening.
all right, peace. So I wanted to let y'all know that there's two things that people may not be aware of because they these concepts and terms that are taught through the higher education school system, and if you're not even going into a particular field of study or discipline, you might not even come across it because it's just you can study a lot of things.
Mm,
So there's something in political science called being tacitly consenting to government.
mm,
Okay, there's tacit consent, that's
mm,
TACIT, and there's formal consent. What differentiates and what makes a difference between tacitly consenting to government and formally consenting is one thing. It's very simple, y'all.
mm.
It's being a part of the political process, voting. That is what, if you vote on any level, you are saying you're formally consenting to government. You're actively participating in government
Mm.
by voting. That makes you formally consenting to government. If you do not participate in any form of voting or anything political for that matter, lobbying,
Mm-hmm.
campaigning, donating, all of that, which I don't do, you're tacitly consenting to government. What in the word might have said when they, when they questioned Jesus and they was like, should we, what do we do? Should we pay them the money since we know this government system is corrupt?
Right.
And Jesus told them, give Caesar's what's Caesar's.
Mm-hmm.
That is basically tacitly consenting to government because he came directly and challenged government, but he still consented. You basically, you're not out here violating laws recklessly because you know that this is a Babylonian
Yeah.
beast.
Laws that don't directly conflict with
Exactly.
business or your so-called religion.
Right. The laws go against what God has ordained for man and woman and child to be on earth. So if your laws is in conflict with what God set in place for men to be the God of the earth, then that's where you have a conflict of interest. And that's
Right.
why some countries have theocracies where the
Right.
religion controls the government. It supersedes. They have more respect for whatever God put in order than they do with anything that man could come up with.
Well, I mean, men came up with religion, but I understand what you're saying. Um, in that, corruption rears its head in a different kind of way. So even though they're going by the same so-called theology and theocracy,
Right.
then it's the scholars and their interpretation of what the book actually means that becomes the corruption. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Because look at like for example, Kim, I believe it's North Korea. You
Mm-hmm.
got Kim Jong, I believe his name is, and he kind of set himself up like a god,
Right.
over there with his campaigning and his propaganda, which is, this is it's a real scientific method. If people understand, you might think propaganda is a political word. It's not. It's an actual science word.
Yeah.
It has, you know, it has to
But
do
we
with
are the people are gods. These rulers are gods. It don't mean that they're the most high, all powerful God, but they are gods, and that's their rule is challenging. Like Michael Jordan is a god of basketball. Mike Tyson was a god of boxing. You know, they
Right,
are
right.
gods. You know what
Facts. I
I'm saying?
agree. I'm with you. I'm with you, brother.
Yeah. You know, everything has the potential to be righteous, unrighteous, can be challenged, can be, you know, and that, you know, that's kind of what I'm trying to get to right now. Like, whose system are we supposed to be buying into? Whose system are we supposed to be building up or supporting? Is
Right.
it our natural enemy, or historic and current enemies system, or should we be using all that emotional energy to build up our own, like the state of Israel? You know what I'm saying? Regardless of our so-called politics, what we
Right.
should agree on, if we so mad that people didn't vote for this black woman,
Mm-hmm.
okay, let's all get together and establish and set up our own governance system of governance or whatever, and support our own.
Okay. I agree. And from from my perspective on anything to deal with our people who identify as, blacks in
Right.
America, I would say this. We are separate. We are separated because there's many like factions within the quote unquote black community. Some people identify with different sects, Moorish, that some people may be Kemetic, some
Mhm.
people are Hebrew, all kind of things. So, but if we all could collectively say, look, we black Americans, FBA or whatever, first and foremost, before you can go into war, you need an identity, and you got to be able to identify the enemy. So you got to know who you are or who we are collectively, and agree on an identification, because that's something that was lost and stolen through slavery and other things. So there wasn't just slavery. There was scientific warfare that was placed against the quote unquote black American. Okay, and, from Willie Lynch things and separate but equal. These are scientific methods used against a population. We are fighting a warfare that is scientific. That's why when communities were built up, you had the government complicit in destroying these communities. The Black Wall Streets and stuff like that, which the first Black Wall Street was in North Carolina. That's in I believe that's Durham. Durham, North Carolina is the original Black Wall Street.
So
Now,
why do you think the Black Wall Streets and the Rosewoods and all of that didn't return, didn't come back?
well, because they was attacked and we was unprepared. One thing that was missing, we had our
No, I'm
own
saying,
air.
based on nature, if you attack an ant hill,
Mhm.
is ant hills not going to pop up no more?
No, they're going to build. I almost want to finish answering the first part of the question. I was saying why they didn't rebuild. To my knowledge, is because they were unprepared for the warfare, and they never identified the enemy, and there was not one gun store in those Black Wall Street.
Okay, so do you really believe that? Listen to yourself. If they're fresh out of slavery,
They didn't
right?
have no gun stores.
No, listen to what I'm saying. You said they didn't identify the enemy. They didn't know who the enemy was.
They did not.
So they didn't. So the people that burned down these towns and all of that, they, they was black.
No, what I'm saying is that why you saying why they didn't rebuild? What I was saying was, Kim, was they didn't rebuild because they weren't prepared for the war. They didn't
No.
identify
Now
their enemy.
you changing the words. Now you said something else just now. So that's why I even had to stop you.
Now I'm answering the question. You said why didn't they rebuild the Black Wall Streets? I said because they didn't identify their enemy. They wasn't prepared. When they got attacked, it was sudden. It was like boom.
So okay. So they didn't know who their enemy was.
I mean,
Why
it
was
was
there even
known.
a
Because what people don't know is that the migration into that part of America was actually the Seminoles from Florida that was pushed out and pushed west.
you're not answering my question. Listen to what I'm saying. So if we know that we was in chattel slavery for 310 years, and
Yeah, they
then
knew the white
and
man was
all of
the
that.
enemy.
We didn't
Yeah,
know
but
who the
they didn't
enemy was.
identify. They got, I guess, the
Bro,
flirt.
bro,
I didn't mean to cut your wisdom,
let me
but
finish
I guess
let me
they
finish
just.
my sentence.
Yeah, go ahead, Kim. My apologies.
So you're telling us that us who were in chattel slavery and now we're all of a sudden freed, we didn't know who the enemy was.
I'm
Is that what you
speaking specifically about one thing and answering your question. You asked why did they not rebuild a Black Wall Street? I said because they were not prepared to be attacked.
no,
Therefore,
no,
they
no.
did not identify the
You said
enemy.
they were not prepared in the way of they did not know the enemy.
They knew
They did
who
not
they.
know
I
the
mean, it's
enemy.
not. I'm not going to do that. Like say they didn't know white man was against them and
Well,
against what
that's
they
why
were
I'm stopping
building.
you. That's why I keep on stopping you because that makes no sense. You got to be clearer than that. You got to say
Well, I
something
just said
different.
they weren't prepared for an attack of that nature because the government was involved. So maybe they knew, all right, these white folk don't like us. However, they had help. They had airplanes and stuff. It wasn't just a mob of white dudes storming into, break windows in black businesses. That was my whole original point. We're up against something that is in the government. That's why I said you don't have to formally consent to this government. You can be tacitly consented to the government. You can give Caesar what's Caesar's, and you could be here and identify the enemy. But if you want to collectively come together, you need to have an identity because there's many factions of Black Americans.
So what would you call the Nation of Islam, like the organization that I'm a part of?
What would I call it? What do you mean?
What you what we talking about? What would you call it?
The
The same
FOI,
as you
or
kept
the
saying
nation of NOI, the Nation of Islam is the Nation of Islam. It's a great Black organization. I mean, it's based
so
on.
is that what you're saying we need, or is that's not it, or
I
what?
mean, I don't have a particular opinion about the nation. I
Come on,
respect the
bro.
nation,
Come on,
but I
man.
don't I
Come
don't
on.
have no opinion.
Brother. I'm gonna have to stop you on that
I ain't.
because
We wasn't talking about
tell
the
me.
nation. What we
Listen. If
talking
you
about,
can't tell
Kim?
me what is, then you can't tell me what ain't.
I'm like, where the conversation? Because they just went somewhere else. We wasn't talking about
I'm
that.
holding you to your word. This is we need specifics. We don't need generalizations. We need specifics and specific examples, right?
What are you asking me right now, so I could, properly, answer? So,
Bro, I just asked you, bro. Like, come on, bro.
well,
Come on now.
you asking me what do I think the nation is? A great Black organization. That's my simple answer.
No, it was in the context of what you said we need. You said we need this and we need identity and we need this and the reason why I didn't rebuild is because this and that.
I
So
answered
I'm
your
saying,
question. You asked me a question, I answered it. You have another
what
question,
was
I'll
the
try
answer?
to. The question was, why didn't the Black Wall Streets get rebuilt? My answer was
No,
they didn't
now
get
you're going
rebuilt because they wasn't prepared for the attack.
bruh. Now you jumping and dancing around. I asked you a specific question based
Oh,
on your explanation. You just said all these specifics about what black people need, and this is why they didn't rebuild and this and that. So then I said, based on everything you just said, what would you call the Nation of Islam? What would you
I
call
said
this
the Nation of
organization?
Islam is a great Black organization, but we was never talking about the nation. I was answering a
I'm
question
talking
about
about
Black.
what are you talking about?
I was
If you
talking
bringing up a
answering one
black
question.
organization,
I answered one question about you, Black Wall Street. Then you jump right to this asking me what is something my opinion on the nation.
why wouldn't I jump to a proof, an
I'm not
example of what the
questioning
hell
why
you
you
talking about?
doing this. This your show. I'm just respectfully here, but I'm
This is
not
my
here to battle
this is
with
my
you. I said I came to
show.
contribute. I had a couple
This is
things to
whoever's
add on.
talking.
That was it.
This is
I ain't
whoever's
calling for
talking.
that.
Can you show your face? Can you show your face? Because I don't want to be talking
That
to a
is my
picture.
face. That's how I am all day, every day, bro. Like,
All right, peace, brother. We'll keep it moving. But I already knew, like I said, when you first came on, you do have VIP, but when it gets to, I knew it was something. That's my little discernment. But I'm trying to get to show and prove. I'm trying to get to literal exact examples. If you saying that you know something that we need to benefit from, and you just giving theories, but you're not giving no example. If you saying that we had this and we had this, everybody wants to reach back and grab ancestor this and ancestor that. Okay, well, what's the closest thing to that today? And why aren't you a part of it? Right? I'm a part of an organization that I've studied all of the organizations among my people in my short little lifetime. And this is the one that I think is the most progressive, most, that fits all of the check boxes for me. So I actually became a part of that and been represented for 34 years. So of course, if anybody brings up any suggestion of that, we need an identity and we need an organization and we need this and that, and you're talking to me, why do you think I wouldn't ask you what is the Nation of Islam to you? Does that qualify? Does that fit? You know what I'm saying? Should we be a part of that? Like, what kind of sense did that make for me to just let you ramble and talk and we talk around the subject without pinning down on example? That's incredible. I just don't want to talk for the sake of talking. I'm trying to get to solutions. So I represent solutions. But yeah, so and it's man, like I said, I would never block the brother or whatever, but if I see us going somewhere else and we getting the volume and I gotta overtalk him and he gotta overtalk me, then we'll double back. We'll double back, and he got VIP treatment, but we gonna do this. I ain't gonna be like F you, or you might say F you, man. You on okay, well, this is what I do. I missed the peace treaty, missed the gang truce, blood quip gang truce, 1992. So I'm, if it's something that's too whatever, get my blood pressure up, then we'll revisit it another time or something. But that's what I'm saying. Why are my people so emotional? We can't reason, we can't be questioned, we can't get right to the meat and potatoes, we can't show proof. Like I'm not living 300 200 years 150 years ago. Yeah, it's cool to talk about it. So where's the proof of what we talking about right here today? Why would I talk around it and let somebody talk around it for such a long time that they might think it ain't no organization? Because Cam letting him talk around it. He letting him talk and talk as though the nation don't exist. Why wouldn't I say, well, what do you call the nation? Swiss cheese? Chopped liver? What is the nation? Chopped liver? Like what are we talking about? So do I make sense? Of course I gotta be headstrong. I gotta be headstrong. I gotta be blunt and right to the point with it. I don't do the philosophize. And if it was a philosophy topic, it's not about philosophy. You know what I'm saying? It's about showing and proving receipts, data. Right. LeVar said it best. Most of our people seems don't really want to give props or even acknowledge the nation unless they forced to. And I'm just the guy to force them to. I'm just the guy to force them to. Because that's disrespecting me. You know who I am. You know what I represent. Why would you get on here and say something like that? Man, ain't no black leaders or ain't no black organization. I ain't saying that's what he said, but that's the equivalent of it. Like, you talking to me and you saying there's no black organization around? There's no black leaders and we don't have no black, that's why I'm asking. So like, why was, and what I'm getting to is the Nation of Islam is the Black Wall Street. That is the Rosewood. That is the fire ants that if you knock their mound down, they just gonna build another one somewhere else. You're not gonna stop the real fire ants, the real soldiers from building. We a species. We ain't a title. Okay. You knocked it down. We ain't in North Carolina or whatever no more. We all over the place now. It's called the Nation of Islam. You know our position towards the slave masters. You know the business we standing on regarding these people. What the hell are you talking about? We are the Rosewood. We are the Black Wall Street. Incarnate, improved, with a military, with an army, with a God who is ready and know who our enemy is. All the stuff that you was talking about. That's us. And then you got the Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters. Then you got the Moors. So they're all over the place. What are you talking about? Right, Rich Block 27. That's why, prime example about why Master Father Muhammad said, accept your own and be yourself. Accept your own. Don't claim your own don't know who's who and what's what. That's a lie. That's actually blasphemy. That's blasphemy to me. Say he was talking about from a historical perspective and what happened then. Okay, if we talking about what happened then, and we not bringing it to Wednesday, November the 13th, 2024, and that's what I asked. What do ants do? If you knock down they mound or anthill, is it gonna take 100 years before some ants decide to have the courage to try to build another mound, or is it gonna happen immediately? It's gonna keep happening and keep happening. Why are we just gonna focus on Rosewood or Black Wall Street or what? We talking about the people. We talking about the people. We're not talking about a geographical location. We talking about the mentality of a certain type of people that's going, no matter what, they're going to come back together and do the same thing better. And they're going to come back together. And many times you knock it down, they're going to come back stronger, more prepared, more militarily aware, more vicious, more evolved. We talking about the people, whatever you call it. Paul Pedroza. Here's the StreamYard link. I would love to see what you look like. Since this guy thinks he's Malcolm X, I'm actually from the same organization. I was about to say something else. Get on the live with me, Paul Pedroza. Let me see who you think you are. Let's hear what you know. Let's see, are you black? You got a last name Pedroza. Are you black? Are you qualified to tell me who I think I am? Let's see if you're a man and you can show your face like I'm doing. Let's have an intelligent few-minute dialogue. I want you to question me about anything you want to question me about. I just need to see your face. Don't be a coward and show your face. Get on here with a man. I'm about to go cuss you out. I'm not going to call you out your name, but you said, I think I'm Malcolm X. I want to see what you know about Malcolm X and the organization that Malcolm X was a part of that made Malcolm as the great man that you know him as. Who gave him his X? What does the X mean? Paul Pedroza. We waiting. Randall, what'd you say? Paul gonna cower out for sure. Come on, Paul. Prove him wrong. Prove him wrong. Excuse me. LeVar said, although I'm not a registered member of the Nation of Islam, I've done a thorough research on the nation, past and present, and there's no group on the earth more worthy of allegiance than the nation. As a group of descendants of slaves, I would agree, and that's why I'm a member. I didn't start out a member. I studied it for 2 or 3 years, trying to debunk it and disprove it and clown it and all that stuff, like Paul just did. You know, you more like Peter or Thomas. You really ain't Paul. Apostle Paul. You ain't quite Paul. You more Thomas right now. So get on here, Paul Thomas. I ain't even gonna block you. I just want to see if you're gonna show back up. I want to see if you're my people or not. Are you one of my people, Paul Pedrosa? Or are you somebody else's people? Kingdom United TV. Remember, Kingdom, tacit consent and formal consent to government. The difference, active. Right now, I agree with that. You know, render unto Caesar what's Caesar's, as long as it don't conflict with your religion. Big LeVar, peace.
Peace, brother Cam. Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Man, walaikum salam, man. What's your thoughts, man? Drop some jewels on us.
Hey, man. Just to my knowledge, and let me see, maybe about 15 years. Let me start with this. Born and raised Christian Baptist all
Same
my
here.
life.
Well, I was a apostolic, but I was born and raised apostolic.
Okay, so yeah, I'm down here in the South, Pensacola, Florida. So yeah, I think Mosque 98. I think Mosque 98. Yeah, some mosque here in Pensacola. So, okay, so 2010, I went to prison.
Mm-hmm.
And while in prison, I didn't know anything about the nation. So while I'm in prison, okay, I was having some problems while I was in prison. So I had a bunkie who was a Muslim brother. So he seen me with my issues, you know what I'm saying, whatever my issue was at the time. And I used to like to read. I read the Bible every night. So I'd be up all night. He'd be like, dang, man, won't you read this final call? Just give me a final call. I'm like, any other brother, man, get that mess out of my face, man. Ain't there no doggone final call. So he was doing this over and over and over. Yeah. Until one time I grabbed that final call and I ain't had nothing to read. So I read it that night. And you know, in the middle of the final call, you got the health issue. I mean, the health articles in the middle. And it was an article by, I think, Elijah Muhammad that was saying how the body can heal itself. See, I never knew that. Nobody ever taught me that growing up. So I stopped taking the pills and I did exactly what he said, you know, because we ain't supposed to be taking no medicine like that anyway, especially if the pills, I mean, the fasting can help you, you know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it was saying. But my point was, I was in prison for 6 years. And I like to study. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? So while in prison, you ain't got nothing else to do but sit, you know, time on your hand. But I have never in my life came across any brothers that was so thorough in their belief than the Nation of Islam. I've seen a lot of people talk what they believe, talking. But I've never seen nobody walk it the way the Nation of Islam walked it. You know what I mean? So that would really grab me, you know what I'm saying? Because and most of the times, I think us as brothers, it's the discipline that we missing. And I don't think we, as black people, like to have nobody above us in person, in real time. You know, we like to grab onto our ancestors that, you know, we grab onto them because they can't make no demands on us at the time. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I hear what y'all saying. I read all the books and all that old kind of things. So I'm going to do with Brother Malcolm and, you know, but Brother Malcolm, all due respect to brother, he's not here no more. But the nation lives on.
Right.
We got a living example in our midst in the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So that's just my belief. I don't think us as brothers like to grab hold to living people because they can make demands on your life. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is making demands. And also, the Nation of Islam is the only one that I know that I follow that believes in a true and living God. I'm talking about the actual person, the human being. Everybody else believe, okay, we all believe in God, but like you said, man, show me your God. Where your God at? Is God a mystery or a spook? We all use the pronouns he, him. We don't use it. We don't use it.
Mm.
It that's describing, that could be anything.
Yeah.
But God ain't a plant.
Mm.
He's not a tree, he's a human being. So
Yeah.
that's how I look at things, you know what I'm saying? And I'm so glad that, following the nation. I'm not a registered member, but I do subscribe to their teachings because their teachings, as I have followed, is real and right and exact. Right and exact. You can't find no flaws in the Nation of Islam teachings. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
Let me correct you. You're not a registered member of the mosque.
Of a mosque. Okay. You're absolutely right, brother. Thank you. Thank you for that correction.
Nation of Islam.
Thank you for that correction. Yes, sir. All as a matter of fact, this for anybody listening. All black people are members of the Nation of Islam, whether you want to accept it or not.
Absolutely.
The nation, all it means is you are born of the righteous.
Yeah.
If you are black and the original, you are born of the righteous. And the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said we are direct descendants of the creator of the heavens and the earth. So if we all come from that same God, then guess what? We all belong to that same God. And he's a Muslim himself, just like the minister says. He's a righteous Muslim himself. Absolutely. So we all, it's the titles, I think, that throw everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's the titles. But I can, like the minister say, go to the root knowledge, not the branch knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to the root and tie all the branches together. You know what I'm saying? You got to tie all that together. And that's what it is. All that's saying the same thing, but we just using different terminologies. But we're all righteous, no matter what. We just wicked by circumstance. That's all it is. Wicked by circumstance. So you can't expect somebody to be put, like they say, you can't expect to like throw the baby out with the bathwater, you know what I'm saying? But you just take the baby out of the dirty pool. That's what Elijah Muhammad said. That's why separation is a must, because America is that dirty cesspool that we all in. So that's why we got to have separation. We have to have separation. It's the best and only solution. That's it. The only solution. Ain't no other solution. Sorry. No politics. We don't care how much you scream, how much you go to the polls. Elijah Muhammad, since the 30s, have been preaching. Ain't no politics gonna solve the black man's problem. Sorry. It ain't gonna happen. Not the politics of this world.
Yeah, and more than preaching, he been building while he been preaching. While he been building, while he been preaching that's not gonna work for us. He been building and showing what
absolutely. Absolutely. With a $90 million empire that we could all go back in time and see what he built. And guess what? Had half of the preachers and pastors of those times and today's time would have took his knowledge. We all be, we'll be halfway, you know what I'm saying, to where we need to be anyway, if they took the blueprint of the Nation of Islam, just the back page, like the minister always go over the back page, what the Muslims want and what the Muslims believe. When they say Muslims, that means all black people. What do you want?
That's right.
What do you want? Everything we need, all we got to do is pool our resources and get it done. We ain't got to go sit in no White House or meetings with these people. We don't have to do that. For what reason? And I just want to say it before I go. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, he is the man of our time. There ain't nobody coming behind him. Nobody. He is that final call. Sorry. Time is up. The grace has been given. He is quiet and he is letting the God do his work. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad is not dead. He is on the mothership, and he is that father that the scripture's talking about. Sorry. I don't know what to tell y'all. You can believe what you want. That's just what it is. I mean, but my thing is, if you can look, if we all watch ancient aliens, or they coming out on the TVs and the Pentagon is finally releasing all these sightings and coming out saying that the mothership is a real thing now, shooting out mini probes. And if that is fact, if they're acknowledging that, what they're also acknowledging that Elijah Muhammad was right. See, all you got to do is put 2 and 2 together. But they would never tell you that a black man in our midst was preaching that kind of knowledge back in the day. They'll never admit that. They're going to their grave saying that before they say it. But you got one white man, I've seen him, interview where he's saying black people getting off the spaceships and stuff like that. Yeah, that's right. Elijah Muhammad been told us that. But won't y'all tell us where you get it from? Tell us that, please. But that's it right there, brother. I thank you and I salute you, brother Cam. You know what I'm saying? Much love to what you're doing. I always love and listening to you. Even while I'm at work, I just had you in my ear. You know what I'm saying? And I love that.
We listening to you now, so man, thank
you.
Oh yeah,
man. Hey, man, this is embedded in me, man. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, you have to have love for black people in order, you know what I'm saying, really feel the way I feel. You have to have love for black people. My ancestors didn't die for us to come here and just be voting for white people all the time. No. That's why I love the minister, because he gives us hope, and not just hope. He's telling us what it's gonna be. The black people are finna be the rulers in this country right here, while y'all around here trying to vote for these benevolent white people around here. Yeah, right. Get out of here. Get out of here. You hastening your own doom by voting for these people. Yeah, that's what you're doing. Mr. Trump, as a matter of fact, in 1 Thessalonians, I think the 5th chapter, where it talks about Trump being the last president. Yeah, y'all take that and put that in your pipe and smoke it. Yeah, and the minister is that trumpet. They're gonna have to sit down and have that talk. Minister is the man. Sorry. But anyway, Cam, I thank you, brother, and salute, and I'll be listening, you know what I'm saying, through the chats and stuff. I appreciate you, brother. Much love.
To you, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace. Black Mud.
My brother, I didn't even really brother was on fire, man.
Yeah.
I was really I really chimed in. I know you don't really follow all the comments, but I just chimed in about maybe 10 minutes ago. I happened to get off early. I work third shift. So, and I'm in the Midwest. So, our time schedule's a little off. So anytime I get off early, I turn on YouTube, and this is around the time you be on. So that's why I be late a lot of times. But I read the topic. I read your title, and I caught the tail end of you talking to the last brother right before you brought the brother on. I just think it was a miscommunication issue with you and bro. But I remember one thing you said a while back about I think your partner, your bro, is his name Gooch?
Oh yeah.
he said he was the one that didn't have the patience at one time. Now it's you. I remember y'all was telling us. Let me tell you something, bro. You I didn't understand that a couple of weeks ago when you first said it, because obviously I don't know you. I just know you through this. But over the last couple of weeks, you have truly shown your I give you about 80. I give you a passing grade in patience, but I'll give you a low C.
Yeah, I'm out. Yeah, I'm out.
I never saw that until you mentioned it. I never saw
my
that until you mentioned
tank. Yeah, my patience tank is on E now. Like I spent the last 30-something years with full patience, but now it's not patience time. The grace and all that is up. So certain things is getting less and less tolerance, less and less air time. You know what I'm saying? I want to know where you stand. I want to know, are you familiar with what it is that I've been saying and what the nation teach and represent? If you're familiar with it, then you only get a little bit of time to really talk, because right now it's a separation. I just want to know where you stand so I can just leave you over there. I'll stay away from you. You stay away from me, because we don't have no time for running around the block and going back and forth and debating and philosophizing and all of that. We already see what it is and what it ain't. So just identify what side that you own and who you want to be with and who you don't want to be with. What, you know, I can't allow myself to really be too much company for people that don't want what I want. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want what I want, then, you know, get out the way and let me talk with people that want what I want.
I mean, I feel that, bro. What really struck me to hit the link was something about when you were talking to the bro, I can't remember his name. Something about kingdom. Right before you brought the brother on live, you know. Anyway, I was saying, if I know you didn't read the comment, but I was saying I think it's a when you ask. Okay, here we go. When you ask him about what do you think the Nation of Islam is? When you were talking about the subject of Rosewood or Black Wall Street,
Right.
And I'm just adding something to it. I'm not disagreeing because I've heard him on your space before, and you know, he had something really good to say. I even heard when you said you got VIP treatment, you can come back anytime, because at the end of the day, from outside looking in, I can hear both of y'all are genuine for our people, especially you. But I can understand. I was just listening, but the point, what made me chime in is when you ask them about, well, what do you think the Nation of Islam is? I think the issue with I don't even think he had a difficulty or issues answering the question, because he answered the question, but I'm just saying from my vantage point, the issue with the Nation of Islam, bro, is it's such a big disconnect with foundational black people in America and the Nation of Islam. The biggest thing that really created, it was already a disconnect, but it wasn't as big until the issue with Brother Malcolm came up. When that issue came up about you know, the media spreading the propaganda and everybody believing and people saying that the NOI did it, even though it's proof out there that the NOI, the government, had something to do with it. They were the biggest culprits. I completely understand that. But once that sticker got on the NOI, every generation, because you know, I was born and I came up in, I was born in the 70s, man. I came up in the 80s, so you see my gray hair. So I have a different perspective. So I can see the generational gap, especially when
is it a generational gap?
Maybe them the wrong words, but I can just see where people don't understand the importance and the significance. I mean, the dominant importance and the dominant significance of the NOI.
Why do you think they don't? If they don't understand it, why don't they? If that's true, why don't they understand the significance?
And that's what I was just saying. I think it started to gain momentum when they started spreading the propaganda about the NOI.
Who started spreading that propaganda?
The media.
Who is the media?
Those in the words start with a J, man.
Yeah, who is Jesus's enemies, right?
Start with a J, man.
So it's no real generation gap. There's a mighty deception. It's a mighty distraction and deception that took place.
Yep.
So when the people that own the media is also the people that own and control the printing and distributing of money and corporate, you know, power. Once they decided, instead of withholding money and withholding rights and resources from the black community, which forced us to have to rely on ourselves and produce Rosewoods and Black Wall Streets, which was thriving, the wicked plan they came up with was integration and rewarding you for coming into this slave master system, lying to us, making us think that it's a post-racial country now and that they love us and they're our brothers and they're different than their slave master forefathers. They're different now.
They even had us fighting for integration. So yeah, I agree with that, bro.
Yeah.
They even had us fighting for it.
Yeah, but they did that through magicians. You always gonna have Django Stevens slavers, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna pipe their own people into the fire. So you're gonna have the celebrities, the preachers, the politicians, the teachers, all of the people that, you know, the type of people we look up to as stars. They're gonna be bought and paid for by those Satans, and then they're gonna stir up the dreams and the hopes and the emotions of this is what America is, and it's really an American dream instead of American nightmare. And if you follow me, then you can be where I am. And I don't know, and I never experienced racism, and racism don't exist no more. They're gonna hit you with all of that poison, and now you off on a whole different track. You was on this track, on this path towards independence. Now you on a track towards let me get back with my slave masters. So that's what happened to our people, and that's why the Bible, if you into Christianity, you say, let my people go. They've been let us go. We haven't let them go. So that's what this is about. This is about breaking our grip from them.
Yeah, man, I get it, man. It's and since we brought up the Bible, I'm not necessarily a Christian, but I believe in Christ, you know. But since we're speaking about the Bible in Revelation, somewhere in there, it says only 144,000 go see the kingdom. And I don't necessarily take that as that. It could possibly mean 144,000 people, but I don't necessarily take that literal. I take that out of many, only a few. And just with your message, with the message from God, man, just with the message from God that the universe, that the NOI speaks about, it's not gonna be many of us that because just listening to your lives, man, I'm talking about the most learned people that think they're the most learned, they can't even get on the live and talk to you, man. So that speaks for itself.
Mm-hmm.
That speaks for itself, man. Right or wrong, if they had something better, they would know how to articulate in a very professional way and shut whatever you have to say down, and whoever's listening will see that. But obviously they can't do that, man. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
No, I said obviously.
Yeah, man. So it's the NOI and the work the NOI has done, and you, from an artist point of view, all the way up until now, you never really necessarily been an artist to me. You always been a soldier to me. So from an artist soldier up until now, man, you don't really have to explain, bro. You ain't got to explain nothing, man. You gotta let us say who you are, man. You are like a baby tiny Farrakhan, bro. You are like a baby tiny Jesus. You are that. You from that cloth, man. And nobody can take that from you. Nobody can take you. Just like you were describing the media and the people that control the media that spread the propaganda about what I said about Brother Malik.
Right.
I want to say that those people in the Bible were called scribes.
Scribes and Pharisees.
Yeah, that's right.
I just want to let me pause real quick because I wanted to thank
my fault. Go ahead, bro.
Laketrick, Lake Laketrick. Thank you. I got your Cash App, Laketrick, and I want to thank Jamila, Sister Jamila, warrior. You know what I'm saying? On the, you know, that's what is rare right now is the sisters that's real warriors that's standing on business. If any sister is over here, like, you know, she been one of my biggest supporters, sister supporters, Jamila, you know what I'm saying, since I've been on this channel. So I just definitely want to give her props and blessings and thanks and praise, because she kind of gets me. She kind of understands me, like, you know what I'm saying, on a different level. And I wanted to thank I seen Patrick, my brother Patrick Muhammad, man. Thank y'all. Much love, much respect. So just like the minister told me, I pray my Allah will make me worthy of y'all support. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm terrified to disrespect it and misrepresent it. Any weakness and cussing and whatever that you see me doing, that's me. Don't charge that to my teacher, to my guide, to my nation, because they don't condone that. I'm constantly getting DP'd by my superiors because I submit to a military line organization. So, I'm a work in progress. So you hear me saying something, or like I said, cussing or whatever, then that don't represent Minister Farrakhan or the NOI and the MGT or FOI. That's me and my little baby language weakness. But I just wanted to say thank the people that donate, and the best donation is just y'all positive will. If y'all would send that positive will towards me, you know what I'm saying, to help me be successful and heal me of my weaknesses and afflictions and all of that. That's what I try to reciprocate with this. I know the power of words and positive words, and you be always Black Mud be, hit me with them blessings, them words that be healing my H2O, my, you know what I'm saying? Because if you talk positive words from a sincere place and you focus them, that's healing. That'll heal. That it ain't no magic. That's just the physics and the power of the righteous mind. It penetrates everything. So
That's right.
I thank y'all. I just want to thank y'all, man. I ain't want to cut your wisdom, but I just wanted to thank y'all.
No, man, that's bro. I'm just blessed to be here, and you giving me this time to even build with you, man. I don't really disagree with nothing you say, other than you're kind of a bully.
A bully. Oh, Rich Block 27.
I know
okay.
it's not even intentional, man. It's just from a black man's point of view to another black man's point of view. That's always been looked at like these people look at you sometime, man. I don't even mean to be, I didn't build my stature, and by the grace of God, I'm articulate, I found somebody in my life that represented God, and I'll never take that for granted. I want to show this right here, bro. I got this from the Million Family March.
Yeah.
Not the Million Man March. I got I didn't get a chance to go to the Million Man.
Was that 2010?
Yeah, it was after the Million Man March, the anniversary. I didn't get a chance to go to the Million Man March because I wasn't there yet.
Yeah.
But I got a chance to go to the Million Family March, and I got this. I never even took it out of the wrapper. I know it's nothing but just some material, but I want to show you this. I never even took it out of the wrapper, and it's when 2010, it's 2024. It's 14 years old. I took my kids. I took my children. I didn't mean to say kids. I took my two sons, but I just had to say that, man. But the real point I want to make, man, was I think the NOI from a novice point of view, from somebody from the outside looking in, and even for somebody that might have been attracted to the NOI or the MGT in some kind of way, just from that point of view, not necessarily me, but I think the biggest thing that why the brother didn't say, well, the NOI is a army, like you was expecting him to say. Like the NOI is our organization. I think the biggest thing that created that disconnect, on top of what we just said, the J people that control the media, blase skip, I'm saying the narrative that they put out there about Brother Malik Shabazz, I believe that narrative right there was the biggest scar that create that. I'm not real articulate, man. I'm just saying that creates that separation between foundational Black Americans and the NOI. And
Well,
the,
let me say this. Let me say this part. And shout out Rich Block 27. So that was brother Lake Trick, and I might have been pronouncing it wrong. So I got to give my brother a thanks and props, man. Thank you for supporting. But we can't put that on Spike Lee, or we can't put that on them small caps. We got to put a lot of that on brother Malcolm himself. Malcolm is the one that got deceived by COINTELPRO, and he went to the enemy's media spewing, slander and false accusations and all that. So he did that. He did that publicly, but he wasn't willing to come back publicly and clean it up. He went privately. You can go on YouTube right now and hear the private audio recordings that he made and he sent to Honorable Elijah Muhammad, but that wasn't accepted because he made the mess in public. So you can't make the mess in public and then try to clean it up in private. You got to go do, the same energy and the same thing that you did in public. You got to go do it in the public to clean it up. And he didn't do that. Whether he was willing to do it or eventually to do it, it was the God that didn't allow. He gave him an opportunity and he didn't do it. So that, that ain't nobody in the Nation of Islam has the power to determine, God's mercy time or grace time or whatever. So, and no soul can live, can be born or die except by Allah's permission. You know what I'm saying? So for whatever reason that he decided he didn't want to go publicly clean that up, then God, made a judgment and a ruling on that and allowed the enemy to take him out, because that's what been sealed for 50 years. The FBI files on who actually did that. Of course, they expect emotional Negroes to pin it on, the nation. But Malcolm's own daughters, his own family, what I'm saying, everybody at this point, and according to some little Netflix documentaries, that's, they was getting to the root of who was behind it, which was the FBI, but they still ain't released them files or whatever. But our people, if they looking for a reason not to be with the truth and not to be with discipline and a military line organization where there's actually authority, black male authority, living authority that you have to submit to, but righteous authority, like we'll do gang banging, we'll do even the white man's army and military, but something about a black man's righteous authority that we've been programmed to be absolutely against. Totally reject the idea of submitting to a living black man, a righteous black man of authority. So, that's not our problem. We're not here to force nobody to do nothing and force nobody to be with us. Our job is to deliver the message clearly and plainly and promptly. And what the people do with it is on their bit, is their business, is on them. We just here to get the blood off our hands.
Yeah, bro, I feel that, man. It's really sometimes I wonder if knowing or not knowing, which one is better. I know which one better. Don't get me wrong. I know which one is better. Knowing is better, in my opinion, but sometimes knowing, man, it puts such a weight on you. And I think it would be a lot easier if, well, I don't even want to say that, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's feelings. We got, as men, we gotta kind of get in robot mode. A lot of people, complain and say that we robots. You got to be in robot mode during wartime. I can't worry about the feelings of emotions of what is, what was, what should be, what could be. I got to deal with right now and who, who's waging war on me right now, who's being used to deceive my people right now. Everybody ain't gonna make it. Like you said, the 144,000, the Bible said that's the stars. That's the stars. But then behind that was a number that no man can count. So initially, those are going to be the people that accept. Out of the 8 billion people or however many people on the planet, only 144,000 is going to be the ones that get it right away. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
I'm glad you added that the number you can't count behind that. You're right, because I sort of misquoted that. I just gave part of it, so I'm glad you cleared that up. You're right, absolutely. But you know, man, we could talk, bro. I really, like I said, I ain't had nothing to say. I just wanted to bring that up, man, about the biggest disconnect when you asked the brother the question. I don't think he did not answer the question. I just think it was 2 or 3 questions maybe jammed together. And I think he might have tried to answer. He gave his opinion, but I don't think he was really feeling where he was going.
Yeah, no, it ain't no beef. Like men talk rough. This is like a locker room.
That's right. Steel
This
sharpens steel.
YouTube channel is like 94% males, black and brown men that subscribe to this channel. So you come over here, you're gonna hear men talk rough, locker room talk to each other. That don't mean we don't respect each other. That mean we do respect each other. Especially if he hit me with you said I was a VIP. If I said he was a VIP, he a VIP. I would never block him unless he just was way out of bounds. And even if he wanted to get back right on with me right now, I mean, people that see me, I do that. I bring people back that ain't VIP. Just, I gotta clear my head. I can't yell. I can't be yelling with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Once we get to yelling or over talking each other, okay, I gotta use my little mute button and get you out of here for a minute, say my little piece, and then I'll bring you back if you want to come back. But if I say somebody got VIP, I mean it, like, because he must have said something that was so valuable and so important to me that I don't just throw that thing around loosely like that. So we'll be back on it, you know what I'm saying, whenever you feel like talking.
He was definitely saying something when he was speaking about the terminology. I can't even remember it now, but I definitely remember it. I processed it. But on a lighter note, man, have you heard anything back from my favorite rapper of all time?
Ice Cube. I see you, Kingdom. Nah, it's all love, Kingdom. That's how we do it. And
yeah, Kingdom, yeah, for sure, bro. It's all love, man. Yeah.
Let me say that I apologize to my brother, Kingdom United. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, I'm dealing with stuff. You know what I'm saying? The devil ain't giving me a break while I'm here trying to be a brother with y'all. But I do be abrasive. I can't be disrespectful or inconsiderate or whatever. And so I humbly apologize to you, bro, Kingdom TV. And I ask you to forgive me. Man, don't charge it to my whatever, charge it to my ego and the poison that I'm still carrying. But you my brother, like I said. And that's
for sure,
that.
Cam. Listen, my last thing, man. I'm gonna land my plane here, man. I appreciate you giving me this time, man, to speak with you, bro. But that same energy that you put out here that we see in Ohio, from California to Ohio and everywhere else that you be reaching, that same energy all these your peers in the rap game see. And that's why that's why you like the boogeyman, bro.
Nah.
You listen, you so real. Bro, it's like it's like when you get a rusty cup of Kool-Aid and then somebody give you a glass of Kool-Aid in a crystal clear piece of fine china.
Yeah.
That's what you are to your peers, man. So you so intimidating, man. And I know it's just your dude. Listen, only reason I can speak on this, man, because that's my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm into. So and I try to make it more, because it's not as serious as people make it, because I'm actually into that. Yeah. It's not no gangster thing. Yeah. It's just a hobby type thing. But you got that same. So I can understand what little bitty. I always thought Ice Cube, until I went to a concert, man. I always thought my brother was so much bigger. And when I seen him in person, I was like, this dude, his voice is bigger than his stature. Anyway, that's just from a fan's point of view. But I'm just saying, the energy you put out, man, when you since you apologizing and you coming from a humble place, I'm telling you, man to man, fan to Cam, bro, you kind of nigga, do it or don't, nigga. I mean, I didn't mean to say the word, but that's how you come. I like that. Don't get me wrong. That's what, you know, still sharpen steel. I understand that, but you gotta understand, we've been raised by our mamas, man. Our feelings is real creamy. Our behinds is real touchy-feely nowadays. You know, so, and just to see a man, bro, it's like seeing a unicorn. You a unicorn, bro. That's the only thing you ain't got is the horn hanging out. You know, but you a unicorn, man. You like to minister.
It take one to know one. So that means everybody that hangs with us is unicorns, male and females. But that's what we need. We don't need no masses. You know, the pilgrims or whatever they was that came over here that barely lived through the first winter before the native indigenous saved them, and then they gave them smallpox and the blankets. They came over here by the 10s and the 20s. Now they 300 million deep. So we don't need no big numbers. We just need quality. We need a few good men and women, a few riders that stand on righteous business, that ain't punks, that ain't, you know, weirdos and weak, and that's all I want to be around. I don't want to be around my slave master people. I don't want to be around people that want to be around my former slave master people.
Me too.
I love just keeping myself occupied in company with y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not anti them. You know what I'm saying? I'm so pro me. I love my brothers. I love my brother's style. I love hearing what they own. I love my sisters and how they look, the most beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Whether I'm weak, whether I'm lusting or whatever, I'd rather lust on my own sisters than lust on anybody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it, you know, weak. If I'm slipping on a banana peel, I'm gonna slip on my own people banana peel. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want nobody else. Not like that, because we have to be responsible for them because they are children. We produce them. But if I have to, if I can choose who I want to be around me in my inner circle, it's gonna be my own. I'm cool on these other people.
And you see that energy you got, man. See how you are in my circle, man. I got a big family, man. I got 20 siblings, man. So I got a real big family. But I'm just saying, my circle of homies, my circle of brothers, friends that I could talk to, rely on. I'm looked at like the internet look at you. That's how I'm looked at in my circle. So that's how I get why you gotta apologize for being a man, bro. So I get that. That's why I'm telling you, you like Debo, and you're not even trying to be.
Yeah,
I know you're not. I know you're not, bro. That's how a lot of brothers in the NOI come off. You know what I'm saying? And the ones that are real conscious of that, those are the real. And this is no swipe, but this is no slap or swipe. But the ones that are real conscious of their presence and are able to like fight through and be and attract people through their, even though they're intimidated, but they can still articulate themselves to make people to draw people to them at the same time. It's a lot of brothers like that. I'm just saying, you not necessarily like that. You attract the stones. You don't attract the pebbles. You attract stones. You know, when you can attract stones and pebbles, if you understand the analogy, that make the leader. But you like attract the stones that got to be polished. But you attract the ones that's like, you attract me. That's me. I understand that. Like I said, I might be saying it wrong, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, bro. It's not no punch or no slap. You know, I get why people don't want to get on here and talk to you. And I remember the first time I got on, I was starstruck first, but the second time, that was gone, man. By the grace of God, that left immediately because our spirits was like this. It's hard. I don't care where you go. It's hard to meet common spirits, man. You know, that's all I want to say.
Man, well, you already know Black Mud fashioned into shape that you know,
that's
right. You know who my God is. You get it. I'm looking at him. So
you get it. I'm looking at mine too, bro.
Yeah. So we co-heirs in Christ and as the body of Christ in our head. So we're not crazy saying that we're the supreme most high God, but we definitely his two of his godsons, two little godsons. So that's what I see when I see y'all, my brothers and sisters. So I don't, you know, if I know I might got like a little seniority or whatever, and I get irritated, and then I snap the wrong kind of way, then you know I gotta immediately apologize for it, because it be itching my soul. Like you know, I start feeling a certain kind of spiritual pressure, or you know, like I gotta get it off of me, and you can only get it off of you by apologizing and atoning publicly. Like I just said about Malcolm, if he did something publicly, you know what I'm saying, in front of people, then I gotta get the same energy. And there go my bro right there. See what I'm saying? That's how that works. My bro Jesus, you know, if since you on here live, I apologize to you again, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, charge it to my sin, to my hypocrisy, and not to my faith.
Hey Kim, that you did the same thing last time, bro. I'm here for this. That's why I'm here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like
you ain't
Cam
tolerated
see
too many
me. You
though.
know how you see certain dudes and you just start slap boxing? That's what Cam do to me. Every time he see me, he just be like, throw him up, nigga. Go ahead, you know, part of self. But that's yo, it's love, bro. I love it. That's why,
Yeah.
last time, let me tell y'all what happened last time. I never left the room. Cam, like, he muted me or something. I was in the room for like 30 minutes. He like, oh, this dude ain't leave. Because I'm here.
Man,
You
and
know
that's
what
what
I'm
I respect, bro. That's what I love, because that show you ain't thin skinned, that you here to spar also. You know what I'm
saying?
saying? So if I know I accidentally hit you below the belt or something like that,
Yeah.
like okay, I can't take no credit for that. Like, you know.
It's love,
Cam,
man.
you mind if I shout out my YouTube channel, man?
Go ahead, for sure.
Okay, if y'all checking me out, man, you know, in the name of God, salam alaikum, peace, shalom, whatever. I got a YouTube channel. It's Black Mud Made. It's I focus on family-oriented content, specifically home and personal defense, but not just that, but home and personal defense, just family-oriented content. But my subject matter is personal and home defense. So if y'all don't mind, subscribe, like.
It's on Instagram.
It's on YouTube. I'm on Instagram too. I'm not on Instagram.
So what's the handle? I'm typing it in the chat right now. How you spell it? Same way that you spell it right here?
It's lowercase b L A capital C underscore. No, not underscore. Space. I'm sorry. Space capital MUD underscore made. But if you just type in Black Mud before you put the made in there to come up, that's how people generally find it. Black Mud. But it's actually Black Mud Made. Capital C, no K.
Okay, I typed it in. I don't know if that's correct, but I just typed it in the chat. So everybody that's interested in following our bro Black Mud, and then follow what's your handle, Kingdom United, is that
It's Kingdom United TV on YouTube. I don't really do the followers on Instagram, but I just followed you on Instagram. King is King underscore Tony underscore I just followed you on Instagram, Cam.
okay.
My page is private because, like I said, I'm just, the world is a little different.
Yeah,
So I
say
just,
less. Say less. You know
I
what it
just
is.
followed you on the gram too, Cam. And
All right,
I sent you a video in the message. I don't know if you've seen it. I reacted to it, but I told
Yeah, I
you
don't
about
really
that.
be in the DMs like that much.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
you know,
It was more like news, but it was nothing big. It was, if you get a chance,
but
check it out. If not, it's no big deal.
yeah, but I want to end this, on like what I was even promoting when I first got on here, how these dudes right here can do this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I know we're superior to them. That's why I felt like a total hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? When how I just got at Kingdom, my bro right here. You know what I'm saying? And this supposed to be my subject. Shit. So I'm like, nah, let me spend the last few minutes on here, man, just apologizing and asking for forgiveness and how I can make it up, and just demonstrating that publicly, because I'm flawed. I'm flawed. I still got germs of nigga in me and hypocrite in me and all that type of stuff, but I'm honest about it. You know what I'm saying? If I get time to think, because if I'm arguing, I might just black out and I like F you and I say something or do something that I regret. So I just shut it down. That's the only reason I shut it down. Jesus King,
Word.
Kingdom.
Word. It's King Tony, yo. I'll just let you know my name is Tony, King Tony.
Okay.
But the Jesus King, that's set up because that's like an email I guess I made up to set up
Okay.
the YouTube. But my name is King Tony.
Yes, sir. There it is, King Tony. So that's the only reason I shut it down, because I don't want to incur no more violations and sins that I'm gonna commit against you or somebody else. So I just need time to think and clear my head, and then I'll bring it back and all that.
Damn, I'm a whole fool, man. So I'm I'm a whole fool, bro. I love y'all, man. Trust me.
Love you too, bro.
I'm here for this.
Yeah.
I appreciate the brotherhood, man.
Yeah.
Just thank you for letting a regular person like me.
Ain't no regular people. We gods. Ain't no regular people. Let's knock that off. If I gotta be humble, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be humble, but nah, we all guys, children of the Most High. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I'm a bigger God than I really am. I don't know what my grade is, but I'm intelligent enough to recognize God in y'all. I don't know nothing about no ghost and spook spirit God. My only God, only people that ever helped me in anything look like you. You know what I'm saying? So that's
right.
what I give the credit to. That's what I thank the God for.
That's right. Say that again, bro. That's
My
absolutely
and my sisters. I'm not saying that if you're another race or whatever that you're not of the God family. Also, I'm just not familiar with you. I'm limited. You know what I'm saying? My experience is limited, and I gotta deal with first things first. I gotta worry and be concerned about cleaning my own yard up and uniting with my own people first. If anybody else is on that page, you might be more mature than me and you can tolerate my tunnel vision when it comes to my people. And if you can have patience with us like that, then yeah, you give us a little time and we're gonna do justice by you too. But right now we gotta clean our own people up.
That's a fact.
Straight up, bro. Straight up. Peace, man. I appreciate y'all, bro.
Man, peace. I love y'all, bro.
Follow that channel, bro. Black Mud. Y'all check that out.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man. I really do, man. I really do, man.
I have some product coming soon, Cam, so we could do some business. You know what I'm saying? It's coming soon. It's not gonna come up as pump faking. I just came to contribute to the conversation.
No, I know you did. I know you did, man. When, like I said, I got short-term memory. I got vibes. I know we bumped heads before. That's why I said I know we bumped heads before. But once you said, you told me I was VIP. I know we had to have did this before.
And I remember I was listening. I was listening because I think the brother from Baltimore, he from somewhere out east.
Connecticut. I'm from Connecticut.
Okay, yeah. See, I remember. I just remember because I saw the whole interaction, and I remember thinking that both of you, I was agreeing with both of y'all was saying, but it was like a community. It's so hard to communicate through text and talking like this versus
I know exactly what he be on. That's why I be here. That's why I be pulling up. I know what he on. I know exactly what he on. I love all that. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. You know what I'm saying?
Ever since back in the day, what was the song from the movie? Just Me. What was that song, y'all? Every single week.
Every single week.
Single. Come on, bro. I've been day one, bro. I've been the fan ever since you birthed Ice Cube, man. I didn't even realize you was his daddy until. No, I'm just playing. Don't turn this into a short. That's my man, bro. That's my. That's all I wanted to say, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man. Like, again, I love y'all. Again, I apologize to my brothers even for giving you that energy. But if it happened again, and we're gonna I'm apologize even harder. But I don't want to make this a regular thing because grace is up. So I'm only gonna get forgiven so many times and shit. Like what I'm saying?
Word, yo, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I come off a second shift job, so that's the only reason I'm not really on camera. It's just like I'm not really presentable to be on camera or to speak. You know what I'm saying? That's I look like that at work. That's how I look at work, though. I wear a hood and my mask covered up. I'm a custodian, and I dress like that all year. Facts, but like I just followed you on Instagram. Ain't nobody really hiding. I be on speaking on different platforms. Like I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm somebody who people know. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we're gonna get it in. We're gonna do some business and circulate some dollars, bro.
You already know, brother.
Don't leave me out, man. I want some righteous dollars too. Don't leave me out, man.
Oh man,
you already know. All right.
Sure. For sure,
Appreciate
All
man.
right, bro.
Appreciate
Peace,
y'all, brother.
y'all. Campaign trail. I'm out, man. God willing, to tomorrow, man. Love y'all. Peace.